fairly wide stance, okay? That's going to be important for Soto Makikomi for a few reasons, okay? So this, yeah, something in this vein. So, 1, 2, very simple. Kind of same as we would a front choke. Morote, shito, and here. Now this is the angle we're going to be working on. Here's this. Now, with Soto Makikomi, unless you're very, very tall, if you're tall, the windows of opportunity open up for you more than they would for someone else. Can I have you guys look at this for a second? I want you to have this partner to be in such a body composition that you do not feel like you could reap upward. They're just too heavy, the base is too wide, they're too committed down for you to get a big lofty throw upward. I also personally like to think about where the calf is not directly underneath the thigh. So instead of being like standing this way, the thigh has now been kind of taken away and unstacked from the calf. Those two conditions there. No, what you did there, she goes fine. Those two conditions there really, really start to scream Soto Makikomi. So the fact that the thigh and the calf are not on top of each other, she's low, so her shoulder angle is accessible. Through this shuto, you kind of have opened up that space, and they're heavy. So from there, we're going to go straight down to the Soto Makikomi. So it's very simple. 1, 2, 3. But what I really want you guys to get at is this idea that they're low and strong. Soto Gari is just not accessible, and you're not going to make any contact with this calf with an Soto Gari because of where they are. Either it's a low line Soto Gari like this, but even then, it's more like that. You're just not going to get someone way up high. Does that make sense, everyone? So we're here, shito, and really windmill that arm on this one as well. Here. This. Questions? Let's see it again. Okay, so we'll add now. Let's see. From here, keeping this tension on the arm, pulling the shoulders back, extending the chest. It's like I want to break her arm with my chest, like pulling a stick over your shin. You grab the ends and you put pressure forward. I'm treating her arm like that. So I'm pulling back on the ends, but through the middle with my chest, I'm pushing forward. I kick through one time. Right now, I'm very heavy on her. All right? Okay. So, through the body on the feet. The more you sit on your butt, the more comfortable they are. So, this way, without overly lifting. Empty to the head, collect their head. Then for mercy, you can drop onto your hip. But when you want that pressure, you're pulling through with your chest and weight coming to your feet. This. Try to make myself heavy. You should feel heavy all the way through. Empty, clap their head off the ground, collect, and then you can mercifully drop the hip here. Big, heavy step there, right? Sorry, can you guys come this way for a sec? So from here, again, pulling back on the elbow, pushing your chest through the arm, step, weights on the feet, strike, collect the head, and then when you want, you can drop the hip on the ground, okay? Just be careful that when you lift your hip off the ground, that you're not so high that you get rolled. The idea is to spike your weight through through them. So the idea is to take all of your body weight and funnel it and channel it to a very small point. So even if you're not that heavy, you should be able to, there should be a clear, here he's comfortable, here not so much. So you should be able to make yourself feel very, very heavy. And the contact shouldn't be broad, or it's throughout the entire, it should be very localized. So it almost becomes like a compression choke. Okay? You're not trying to get them to tap, but it should be uncomfortable. And the feeling of discomfort leads to them panicking and making mistakes.